Hello and welcome back to Healthy Spouse, Healthy House. My name is Tony and my channel focuses on health, wellness, and relationships. I believe that there are 15 different areas of health that any one person can work on at any point in time in their lives. So each week I ask you to join me as I introduce, define, and discuss each one of those areas of health. And then in the end, we make plans and we make goals so that we can become healthier in those areas. Now, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so today we are discussing cultural health. And, just like I've said before, where there are so many different areas of health that people put in the forefront, like we need to be healthy physically, we need to be healthy mentally, we need to be healthy emotionally, and those things are true. But there are other areas of health that we need to focus on, especially living in the world that we live in now. And cultural health is one of those areas of health where I feel like it really doesn't get enough shine. We are living in an age now where, the internet has become like an eye of sorts, where we're peering into other people's cultures and different things like that. People are sharing, where they live. They're sharing their language. They're sharing their style. They're sharing a whole lot of things. The internet is full of so much information, and it's full of so much stuff coming from people from different backgrounds. And it's like, okay, now we need to come to a point where we are culturally healthy. And so before we understand what cultural health is, we must first understand what culture is. So culture is a term that covers a range of things that occurs within a society or a group of people. Those things include social behavior, the social norms of that group. It includes the beliefs, laws, customs, capabilities, habits, knowledge, institutions of that culture. It includes the arts, languages, values, and even symbols of that particular culture. Okay, so that's what culture is. So now that we have defined what culture is, let's define cultural health. So cultural health refers to having a deep awareness of your personal culture and life experiences and understanding how they influence your value system and your worldview and practices. And while you're doing this, so simultaneously, as you're doing that and you're embracing your own culture and you're having a deep awareness of where you're from and who you are and what makes up you, at this same time, you should be recognizing and respecting the culture and practices and life experiences of others. And intentionally, I use that word, intentionally, taking the time to empathize with and understand and respect other people's perspectives. Okay? So it's a two-way thing. Not only are you doing things concerning your own culture, but you're also doing things concerning other people's cultures. So cultural health covers not only your culture, but it covers the respect of other people's culture, right? So anyway, why is it so important for us to be healthy culturally? Well, I did mention because this world is full of different people. That's one of the first things, is that there are so many different people in this world. And it's so important for us to be culturally healthy so that we can be able to move about through this world, especially as Christians, to show love and to show respect to other people that are from different places. Because we don't all grow up the same. Even us who live in the same nation, us that live in America, the way that I grew up on the Eastern Shore, is gonna be different, from someone who grew up in the West, or someone who grew up in the South, or, someone who grew up in the Midwest. The cultures are gonna be different, right? So it's important to be healthy culturally so that you can know your history, and it all helps us build a sense of pride, right? It helps us build a sense of pride knowing that our culture goes back generations, right? And that things that are within our culture are things that, that's what stands true. That's the foundation. That's where I came from, and that's who I am. So culture also provides stability and security and safety and connection, just as I've mentioned before. Just having those things within your culture that you're known for, you know, things that other people, say, hey, this is something, they're good with this or whatever, whatever that might be. So anyway, being able to come back to a place, being able to belong to a place, know that that this is a place where I belong. These people are like me. These people, and myself, we have similar experiences that we can talk about, that we can communicate about, things that we can relate to, together on a different level. Culture can nurture and help us to feel loved, knowing that, again, there's a place that you belong, and culture also can help us safeguard future generations. And when I say that, I mean, like, there are things that were passed down through my culture, helping us to understand how we should navigate through this world as people of color, in particular. So there were things that have been, said to me, and not only just with that, but also different ways concerning jobs and concerning like finances and things like that have been passed on from generation to generation, right? Also, different stories and things like that have been passed on from generation to generation. But also, there are other things that have been passed on, different types of heirlooms that go from generation to generation. I wanted to mention that because, a lot of African American families are known for passing along quilts and different kind of photo albums and different things like that, and special documents and things that go from generation to generation. Not just my culture, but other cultures too. They have different things. So anyway, so those are some of the ways in which, being culturally healthy can help you, in ways in which it's good for you to be culturally healthy. And I'm sure you guys can think of a whole bunch of other ways in which being culturally healthy can help you. So also, it can help you for other people to be culturally healthy, and to practice that for other people. It can help you to minimize stereotypes. A lot of us, when we're a part of a culture, other people from other cultures may take certain things about our culture, and maybe it's something that we're not proud of, or some kind of negative thing or whatever, and and basically put it over, say that everybody from that culture is that way. And it's like, no, we're not all that way, or whatever. And sometimes, that could, sometimes that's something that, people can come up with, as a stereotype. This is stereotypical of that particular culture. And you're like, no, we're not all that way. These negative things about our culture, or, negative stereotypes or different things like that surround our culture, or any culture, things that we're not proud of. It's up to us to change those things, y'all. It's up to us to change those things. And it's up to us to change the narrative, and educate others on, okay, this may be this way, but this is why, or, help us in some kind of way. And this is across the board. This is for each and every culture. There are things that we may need help in, or we may need to do differently, if you get what I'm saying. So, of course, guys, there is so much information that I have concerning cultural health. And this is one thing that really excites me, to talk about, because, we, like I said, we are all different. And even within different families, there are so many different cultures. And so it's very important for us to be culturally healthy and for us to respect each other, as we go about this world, no matter where we're from or what we believe in or who we are, right? So anyway, please join me next in my next video as I talk about cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation, still under the umbrella of cultural health. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. May God bless us on our journey. All right then.